Power 105.1. H.E.R is here today, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Studio audience. This is a very big day today.
I'm here.
It is a very big day today.
Yes.
Her album is out. It is like you're like a brand new artist with a debut album.
Right.
But also with an Oscar and some Grammys.
Man, I don't want to call it a debut. It ain't no debut.
It says it in some of your press releases, just so you know.
Well, they'll say what they want to say. But we're going to let them run with that.
What was the difference? So you did the other projects, they were considered EPs just because of the amount of songs, right?
Yeah, they were, the first EP was Volume 1, and there were only 7 songs on there. And it was just like, let's see what happens. This is just a little project.
But were you thinking about it like it was your album, like a baby?
No, I thought about it as like an EP, but, there's so many songs, even on this album, that I've written such a long time ago that I felt like this was just a small piece of what it is that I do, as an artist. This is just a small piece of me and a peek into what's to come, and a peek into just who I am as an artist. So it wasn't an official album. I feel like the album is like everything in one. It's all the different sounds that make up that artist or whatever. But to me, the EP was just a piece. So.
And now we are here.
And now we are here at an album with literally a full body of work. A full body of work.
And it's so good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And it's like, it's what I wanted from you and what I expected from you. But then also, it's a little more than that.
Yeah.
Also.
It is.
I'm curious about why you think so, and then I'll tell you why I think so.
I'm sure there's sonically big differences in, my first projects.
I feel like you have a little rapper in you.
I do have a little rapper in me.
Yeah, it's like a little rapper that lives inside of you.
Yeah,
and then you have this pretty voice, and it comes out but it comes out pretty still.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because I really saw that on this album.
Yes, yeah. I think so. And you'll see it more.
Okay, good. Are you going to spit some bars at some point?
Hey, you never know. Oh,
you're open to that?
I'm open to that. Just don't drop a beat on me today.
Let's
not do that today.
Because if you wanted to freestyle, we are prepared to accommodate for that.
Okay, next time.
Okay, next time for sure. No, I get that. Yeah, no, so you think sonically it's
different. I mean, to me, Volume 1, Volume 2, I Used to Know Her, they're like peaks of just one piece of R&B. It's just a small thing, I don't know how to explain it, but this album is, I feel like, all of the things that make R&B and a lot of the things that make R&B. So you got alternative R&B, new R&B, 90s R&B, nostalgic, like late 80s R&B, so there's different moods on here, or just stripped down, or live, or trap drum. So I think there's so many different things sonically on this album.
Super dope. And you're like, I'm seeing you everywhere. I'm seeing you in this what's the commercial? Is
the
Old Navy commercial?
Yeah,
It makes me happy to see you. I'm like, oh, look at
popsicles and people dancing.
It feels very big time. It feels very big time.
It does.
When you see it, do you feel like that? Like,
yeah, it's weird. Like my family members who, they don't really keep up with social media. They're like, I saw you on TV. Like my Filipino family members, they're like, the Old Navy commercial. I saw you on the TV.
They weren't moved by the Oscar?
Right. And they were, but they're like, congratulations. But then, when you really see it, like when your family members see it in their daily life, that's when it's real to them.
Yes.
Like when it's grand and maybe they didn't watch it, or they're like, I heard about this, that's amazing. But when they really witness it, it's like, oh, okay.
Like when you're watching the news, or you're watching it and it comes on.
And it just comes on.
No,
it even catches me off guard sometimes.
It feels very grand.
Yeah.
It feels like you really have arrived. Like you really arrived. But the Oscar must have been an amazing moment for you.
Yeah, that was unreal. I still can't believe it. Like,
where is it? I think I asked you. I think you told me it was in the kitchen.
Yeah,
so?
It's in the kitchen.
I'm
working on my shelf thing. Okay? But hopefully I'll win more awards. So I got to make sure I do it right.
Yeah, you're on this EGOT path. I see.
I am. Yeah.
Is that in your mind? What you
definitely?
Yes.
But I don't like to force anything. I think what's for me is for me, and I do have ambitions to be in Broadway and things like that, and do music for more films, and be in a film as an actress, or be in a TV show as an actress. So when the right thing comes along and I do it and it gets recognized, and that's just a plus. That's the icing on the cake.
What's so dope about you, aside from your talent and your music, is you seem very grounded. And you seem like you're really in your purpose. Because sometimes people do this for different reasons, for fame, for money, you feel, and there's just the energy you give off. Like you really are just in your purpose, and you seem very grounded. Is that,
Thank you.
Where does that come from? Family?
Yeah, definitely my family.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with a very strong foundation of people that are like, hey, listen, all that is great, but, make sure you're happy. At the end of the day, my mom's like, be grateful every single day. Thank God. We are just so blessed. And like, you got to thank God because, you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Every single day, my mom tells me that. So that's a huge reminder. But also, like you said, I think it comes down to intention sometimes because my dad used to say, like, if you don't love this without the money, then you're not going to love it with it. And I was like, So, that's stuck to me. And I do what I love. And that's it. Like, that's how I see it. I'm doing what I love, and I've been blessed to be recognized for it, but I'm doing what I love.
Yeah, you're lucky. That's a lucky life. How are you dealing with the fame?
Man,
it's weird.
Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes it's really cool. And I enjoy that. Like when people come to me and they're like, man, your song was like my wedding song, or man, I listened to your song when I'm mad at my boo and whatever. So like those kind of moments, it makes me feel like I am like the soundtrack to people's lives now. And that's like a dope thing because I remember those artists that were for me. But sometimes it's like weird. Like people are weird sometimes.
Because out of all the people in the world, a lot of those people are weird. There's a lot of people that don't necessarily have the same energy as you have, or there's a lot of stuff coming your way that when you're famous, you can't really filter that or control it.
But most of the time, people don't recognize me without my glasses, and I'm sure that's like coming to an end soon. But like as of now, it's like you kind of look like, are you?
You still get away with it,
I think, and they really don't. They don't.
Yeah, you should start gearing up for the next level of that going on. That's going to
go
away.
Especially since masks are going to be coming to an end soon. Then
that part is over. But we did this event for iHeart, the album listening thing. I don't remember what you said, but something that you said reminded me of something that Beyonce said in her documentary about one of the biggest struggles for her as an artist is the balance of figuring out how much to share and not share and keep private, because Beyonce is notoriously kind of private, but then also she shares the important things and she lets people in. I wonder if you're at that space yet, because you always were kind of, at the beginning you didn't want to you didn't want to, your face was always hidden and stuff, the glasses. So I wonder if you're going through that a little bit also.
I mean, in the beginning, obviously I'm a private person anyway, so regardless of, being famous or anything, like I'm already a private person. Right. But in the beginning, it wasn't so much like I need to keep my private life. It was more so I need the music to be the most important thing here. I don't need anything else to be more important than the music here, like my looks and all that stuff. Like I don't care about that, to be recognized for that. Like, it's all about the music for me. So now, because I'm like walking that line of, especially like different opportunities and different things are coming up, it's like harder to understand, like, okay, do I want to post this, or do I want to give people this kind of peek into my life, or do I want to keep it to myself? And it is a very hard balance to find, but I think it's happening organically, and I don't like to force anything or try to overthink it. And I think at this point with people that have been following me this far, they deserve a little bit of
they want to know
piece.
something.
Yeah, they want to know a little piece, little pieces here and there.
Give them a little piece.
So I don't mind.
Give the people a little piece. Sometimes you got to do that, and that's how you really, people want to connect with you. They want to know you go through the same things that they go through, and things like that. All right, so we have an Oscar. We have how many Grammys?
We have 4 Grammys.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
You have 4 Grammys. We're gonna get what do we got to get left? We got to get a Tony and an Emmy.
And an Emmy.
All right, what are the plans? I know you said you're not going to force it.
I can't tell you.
You're not going to force it.
There are plans.
There are plans.
But I can't tell you yet. All I know is I will be acting very soon. So you'll see me on the big screen.
So you're thinking and plotting about what that will be?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few things in the works, but touring's coming back, so let me knock that out first, and then we get to it.
So what's the plan for the tour?
Man, we're working on it. One thing I'm super excited about is my Hollywood Bowl show in August with the LA Philharmonic. You're going to see me with like a full-on orchestra, so it's going to be a crazy musical experience.
Dope.
And then after that, I'm bringing my festival back, Lights on Fest in the Bay.
Nice.
At the Concord Pavilion. I'm doing 2 nights this time.
Some of my best friends are from Vallejo Hills.
Hey,
so
really?
When I found out that you were from there, I was like, no wonder
That's
I like
crazy.
her. It's like a vibe. People from the Bay have like a vibe.
I will say, people from the Bay and people from New York, like, for
there's
some reason, there's like a thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah, there's definitely
it's
a thing.
It's a real thing.
It's a realness and an authenticity, I think, about both worlds.
Because how big is Vallejo?
It's not that big. It's not that big. No, it's not that big.
But I like everybody that I have met from there so far.
That's cool.
I'm sure not everybody could be good.
Yeah, not everybody.
But I really have liked everybody that I've met from there.
It's a great place. It's a great place.
Are you there often, or what's your life like
I
now?
actually do. I do go back a lot because my mom still lives there, and my mom still works there. Like she's still in Vallejo. My sister's still there. So yeah.
What does your mom do?
She's a nurse.
Oh,
yeah.
God bless.
She's a Filipino, so she's a nurse.
Was that scary for you during COVID? Was she still working throughout then?
Thankfully, she didn't have to work with like COVID patients.
Right.
She doesn't work in that department, but it definitely was scary knowing that she was at a hospital.
Yeah, that alone.
Yeah. And I was nervous about it. And she was really chill about it, and she didn't want anybody to worry. But my grandpa had got COVID at one point, and we were so afraid, but he didn't have no symptoms.
Wow.
So, blessing.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And what about your dad? You were close, right? I mean,
yes.
he was a big part of you being a musician,
yes?
yes?
Oh, yeah. He was a huge part.
I know a little bit, but tell me about your relationship with your dad and how do you celebrate him on Father's Day? Is there something you guys do?
Well, not always, honestly. He was never like big on like huge celebrations, but he loved spending time with his kids. So we treat like every day like a holiday. Like that's how I grew up.
Got it.
It wasn't like, oh, we do something special. It was like random, But I don't know. I recently gave him one of my guitars, like my custom Fender that I did with Fender. So he was so hyped, like in tears. Like you had to see this man in his face because he took me to buy my first Strat and he taught me how to play guitar. So for him to see that I have my own, when he was spending the last bit of his paycheck on my guitar and to see that now is like so mind blowing for him. But
wow.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can do.
That's early Father's Day right there. You should have held it. You should have held it for Sunday.
Right? I know. I couldn't wait.
No,
He needed to have it.
That's too dope, though.
Yeah.
That is too dope. All right, so we got a tour. And I know you said you want to do acting and stuff, but is there anything that we can know now that's happening? Have you started anything in that space? I know you did the one move. You were yourself in the
yes,
the Jennifer Garner
I was
movie.
myself. I had some lines though.
All right, you had lines. You delivered a line.
Yes, I did.
It's not the same. It is yourself, but
I know. Yes, it's not the same.
Fair enough.
But no, nothing I can share yet. But
Okay.
check back with me and I'll tell you. I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, good. But you have acting skills, right? You were acting, or this acting is a thing for you.
It is a thing. Yeah, I'm super passionate about it.
Are you really good?
I think I'm really good.
Has other people told you you're really good?
They have, yes. They have told me.
Sometimes we think we're good.
Right. Oh, no, I'm not that person. Nope. I ain't going to claim it unless somebody else.
Acting is it's a very strange.
It's a hard thing.
It's a trippy kind of thing to do.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, it depends what kind of roles you do. Like, would you do like a super, I don't know. Would you do like a rom-com? Would you do?
Yeah, I would. I would. I could see myself doing that. But I also want to be a superhero. Like, I want to be a superhero.
You should be a superhero. You totally should be a superhero.
That would be epic, right?
Yes. What would your power be?
I don't know, man.
Come on, give it a power.
Okay.
Your guitar could.
Yeah, maybe my guitar would like shoot out some. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna have to work on that idea.
You have to manifest. You have to put this out in the air, in the world.
Yo, I just met Anthony Mackie. I met Captain America, and I was like, hey, yo, I need to be in a Marvel movie. He was like, okay, I'm gonna see you on set one of these days. I'm like, yep. That's right.
You're already putting it out there.
I already put it out there.
I can't wait to interview you when your superhero movie's getting ready to come out.
I will be back.
This will be so fun. I'll play you a clip of this, and I'll be like, remember when you came and you said this?
Yep.
And now you're in the superhero movie. I know you are performing on the Juneteenth special also. That's happening, I think, on ABC, right? I love that ABC is doing a Juneteenth special.
Yeah, definitely.
It makes me feel like things are moving.
Absolutely. It starts with the acknowledgement, and celebrating us.
And I love how you're using your platform too. Like, this is a big part of you.
Thank you.
How much does that play in what you're? Because I know it's the art and it's the music and it's the creativity, but you also seem pretty responsible about how you use your platform.
Thank you. I am. I'm not all over the place. I'm.
You're not
I'm
lending
private.
to every single.
Yeah, I stand for the things that I believe in. So anything you see me put out, it represents me. Mm-hmm. It's not like I'm trying to please anybody or I'm trying to put stuff out there that's to please a certain group of people.
Yeah.
But I support people who feel like the disenfranchised or the Black community who has been through a lot. Mm-hmm. And that's a huge part of my life. I represent Black women. I represent Filipino women as well. So to me, and I always say this in my music and the things that I say, the things that I write, my only responsibility is to talk about my perspective and my experience and my feelings towards things that are happening in the world. So when you do that, then it resonates with people because it's the truth. Mm-hmm. It's the truth. My only responsibility is to the truth, I think.
Yes, all of ours, I think.
Everybody does not think that. Everybody does not see that. They do not subscribe to that. Yeah. So, you know.
But it really makes life easier, by the way. If
it
you
does.
Live in your truth. It really does make things easier.
But we live in an Instagram world.
I know. How do you deal with that? Because I just had this conversation with somebody the other day about, I would imagine the way that Instagram and social media is now, that it discourages there's got to be some incredibly talented people there that don't want to put themselves out there like that, just because who the hell wants to deal with that world? How do you manage that?
I mean, it's a tough thing. I don't really follow anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't really get caught up.
Do you follow I follow zero people?
Yeah, I don't follow anybody. Okay. But I think the main thing is comparison. Like, put out the content you feel comfortable putting out. Put yourself out there, you know, be on Instagram, but don't let it rule your life. And don't look at other people's pages thinking, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. Like, to me, that's not what it's for. It's a tool more than anything. And it's a way to keep up with your friends and family and post the moments in your life that you think are worth posting. But then anything after that, I just feel like it gets a lot. Gets a lot. And I know these young girls are on there looking at, you know, other women like, oh, I'm not this, I'm
horrible.
Not that. It's horrible.
I think I'm like a secure person and I'm like a grown up and sometimes I'm like, damn, I gotta.
Right, exactly, right. Like, maybe I need to be.
I mean, it happens to all of us. So
it does,
somebody who might be a little insecure or younger, I worry about them because my God,
like young kids, you know, they're impressionable. So
for
it's
sure,
like when you see stuff like that and you start to question yourself, and we all question ourselves. You know,
I was gonna say, do you ever question yourself?
Of course. I'll have moments like, man, should I be wearing that? Should I be doing this? And then I come back to me. And I come back to, I would not be where I am today if I followed somebody else. And sometimes the person or the thing that I'm looking at is not even real. Or it's not even the complete picture. It's just a piece of it. So we never know, like, the real. You know, we never know what that person is really going through. Or, you know, we think people have it all together and really they're going through all kinds of stuff like you're going through all kinds of stuff. So it's like, I think Pharrell said, like, don't let the algorithms rule your life. You know, he said that one time.
That's a bar.
Like, that is a bar because we get so caught up I stopped doing that actually every morning. You know, most of the time, every morning you go on, that's the first thing you do. You go on Instagram and you start scrolling. I stopped doing that. It's not the first thing that I do.
What is the first thing you do?
In the morning? Oh, it depends. Sometimes I gotta get up and get glam and get ready for an interview or something.
Right.
But you know.
But not the phone.
It's not the phone, no.
That's so disciplined of you.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I want to be you. I want to be that. I'm pretty good. I'm better, but I still do it sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially if something's going on.
Right. Well, that's different. That's different. Still got to keep up.
Something happened while I was asleep. It's really terrible. It's a terrible way to live.
Hey, we still got to keep up, but I think people just can't get caught up in there. You know, relationship goals and all this stuff. It's like, you don't know what's really going on in people's life. Like, you don't know.
What are your relationship goals?
Oh gosh, relationship goals. Listen, I don't have a checkbox. I don't have I'm not like, this is what it should be.
But are you a girly girl like that? Do you think? Are you a relationship girl?
Am I a relationship girl? I don't know if I'm a relationship girl. I am a hopeless romantic sometimes. Aww. But I don't know if hopeless is the word, but I'm a romantic. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm very, very emotional, and I'm very you know, if I really like you, then I go hard about it. But you know,
are you talking about how you're a Cancer? This is not about you. This moment is not about you. You're saying that, and I hear somebody going, "I'm a Cancer. I'm a Cancer."
Oh, Cancer gang! My birthday's coming. It's right around the corner, actually.
Well, happy early birthday.
Thank you.
But I'm just curious because you are very, you know, because you're you're an artist, and you're a Cancer and emotional, and you know, I feel like those type of people tend to love.
Yeah. No, I do love.
Yeah.
I do love.
So what are you? So are you in the market? Or are you
I'm in the market.
Are you got your eye on anybody?
Don't.
Can I look you up? Can I matchmake you? Can I get somebody in your DMs that maybe you've been?
Listen, hey, it gotta be the right situation.
What do hers DMs look like?
I barely look at them, but sometimes it gets a little crazy. It's a little crazy sometimes. I'm like, wait, what? What? Yeah, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Okay. I'm always curious. I would love to see a DM, people's DMs. All right, so the album Back of My Mind is out. Your baby is out in the world.
Yes, it is.
What do we want people to? First of all, she got a lot of great people. She got a Little Baby song on there where she sounds like a rapper. To me, you sound like a rapper on that song. I love that.
Listen, now that the song is like out into the world, it's been in my phone for like, however long I've been working on it. Right. Certain songs like 3 years plus, forgot about them, came back to them. Yeah. So now that it's out into the world, it's so weird. It's like I'm listening to it differently. I don't think this has ever happened to me. Like I'm listening to the songs differently. I'm like, wow, this is out into the world.
And what is your favorite right now?
Man, I don't know, honestly. I don't know. Like Bloody Waters was one of the most recent songs that I created, and that song just feels nostalgic to me. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of records on there that represent a different time, a different feeling. So it's hard to pick a favorite.
And there's 21 of them on here, so there's 21. Something for everybody. Mm-hmm. Congratulations, baby. It's a beautiful body of work.
Thank you so much.
And you seem like you're doing great, which is even better to see. You know what I mean? Because you never know. So fame, it hits people in different types of ways, but you seem like you're actually shining and thriving through it.
Thank you. I think, like I said, it comes down to intent. Like one thing I will say is I'll do a show or I'll do whatever it is I got to do, and I go home and I'm happy and I'm cool with that. Most people, they need the other, and that's cool.
You're not doing like you're not, because I'm sure you're getting invited to everything now.
I don't go to anything.
But you're getting invited to everything.
It depends. But like honestly, like I'm cool just chilling with my family. Like the people that have been with me since day one, the people in this room with me, they are the ones that I like to spend my time with, because I know if all of this ended tomorrow, if my album flopped, all those people that are inviting me places, they would not answer the phone.
Right.
They would not answer the phone. I wouldn't be able to get to them, like all the people that are in my DMs and all that stuff. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that admire me and who I am and all that, and that's great. But, there's nothing like the people. To me, love, unconditional love is proven. It's got to be proven. It's got to be earned. Mm-hmm. So, I think with all of this going on, like, I'm just happy to be able to do what I love and go home. Because when you get caught up in that other stuff,
the traps,
that's when it goes downhill. And that's when you start getting unhappy with yourself, and you start filling voids and thinking, you're going to miss out if you don't go to that party, if you don't, try that thing, if you don't date this person. And I'm like, I'm good. Yeah. I'm good. That's how you got to be, I think.
She's good, everybody. That's a great way to end it. She's good. The album is great.
Thank you so much.
Back of My Mind. One time for her, everybody.
Thank you.
It's Power 105.1.
Thank you.